You're listening to Off Limits. You're listening to Off Limits. Liberal, irreverent, and really, really gay. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining me tonight here on Off Limits. I'm doing something different tonight. I'm doing a show called Stumbling Safari. It's the first time I'm trying this, but what I'm going to do tonight is you're going to hang out with me while I surf the internet. We're going to talk about what I find and what I do on the internet and see what comes up, what topics come up to discuss. So I'm just going to do that, and I just got finished working out, so I sound like I'm out of breath for a little while. That's why trying to get back into doing that more often like I used to religiously. So hopefully someone's out there going to be listening to the show. If not, you can listen to it in archives. You can always find me on offlimitshow.com. You can find me on Twitter. You can also find me on Facebook. And actually, there's been an Off Limits listeners group on Facebook. There's about 22 people there now, where you can go and find out the latest news, information about the show and about me, etc. You can go to facebook.com and search for Off Limits listeners, and you'll find that group, and you can add yourself to that group if you're interested in staying up to date on those things. Of course, you can always just follow me on Facebook as well, Off Limits Show. And I'm also on Spreaker, and also on Blog Talk Radio occasionally, and on Stitcher. So hopefully you guys can find me that way. So sorry, I'm a little out of breath. Like I said, I'm just finishing working out. So sorry. Excuse me. I've been doing P90X again. It's been a while since I did it. I did P90X. I had a personal trainer for a few years who came to my house about 3 times a week, and I would work out the other 3 times a week, or 4 times a week, actually. No, 3 times a week. And then I'd take one day off, and I was in the best shape of my life then. And then I did P90X. I went to the gym for a while after that for a couple of years, and then I did P90X last year, and it keeps you in good shape. So I'm trying to get back to doing that again, like at least every 6 months. And I've been slacking the last 6 months, not doing anything. And it's showing around my waist. So I'm definitely, or on the scale, I should say. So I'm definitely trying to get back into that, because once you get out of shape, it's even much harder to get back into shape. So I'm trying to stay in shape. So anyway, so I don't know if you've ever heard of this site called Stumble Upon. I found this site a long time ago on my iPad. When I first got my iPad a few years back, the first one, I have the third one now, but the first one I got, I found it on there. And it's a really cool site, because you go to Stumble Upon, and if you don't know what you're really looking for, you just want to surf the web, if you're bored, whatever, you sign up for it. And the more you surf the web, the more it knows your interests, and it kind of helps you find sites that you never would have really thought of, sites that you never would have necessarily known about. Because, when you surf the internet, a lot of the sites that you see are most of the sites, when you're searching for something on the internet, you see the first things that come up, right? You see like the first things that come up on Google or Yahoo or whatever you use to search with. And that's just a very, very small drop in a bucket of billions of websites. I mean, literally billions or trillions even of websites on the internet. So if you think about it, you're really getting very little exposure to all of the sites on the web. So the great thing about StumbleUpon is it really just finds sites that really match your interest, and it doesn't matter if it's highly ranked or not. So you can find things that you would never find, just kind of buried, among the billions or trillions of websites out there. So it's kind of cool. So, but you can go to stumbleupon.com and get your own account and do it anytime you want, you're bored or whatever. And as you find different sites, you can do a thumbs up or a thumbs down or whatever. So it will show you more sites like that or show you fewer sites of the ones you don't like. And so I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. And that's what we're doing tonight on this show, Stumbling Safari Show, which is the first time I've done this kind of thing. I thought it'd be an interesting thing. So you can kind of follow along with me on a trip along the web and see what we find. So I'm going to hit stumble and see what comes up. So I hit the stumble button, and up comes a site called Archetype. And it says quiz. So I'm going to take a quiz, says the quiz. So let's see. The quiz is, do you identify as male or female? Well, male. Next. It says select 1 to 3 answers. I cannot live without seeking purpose and meaning, creative expression, blueprinting the future for others, defending a cause or supporting an organization, looking sharp, breaking the rules, athletics, adventure, competition, being a leader, decision maker, being a coach, mentor, father, or being well-read and intelligent. Wow. And you can only select, you can select 1 to 3 answers. Okay, so I'm going to select defending a cause or supporting an organization for one of them, creative expression for another, and being well-read and intelligent for the third one. Next. I'm first in my friends lists for, I select 1 to 3 answers. Let's see. A favor or a listening area. That's definitely one of the 3. Spiritual conversations, maybe. Doing something really well. Social justice, yes. Entertaining the crowd, creatively inspiring others, yes. I'll do those. Next. And then we have, I think most people admire my passion for a cause, ability to be creative, and what else? Willingness to help, I guess. 1 to 3 answers. I can't stop. I think there's 10 questions. This was the third one or fourth one. Seeing things differently, definitely. Praying, rebelling, learning, creating. Learning is definitely one. Helping, competing, shopping, getting involved, expressing, creating. Definitely that one. The most important words to live by. Move it or lose it. Some have to see it to believe it. I believe it before others see it. There's a higher power guiding our lives. When you look good, you feel good. Don't tell me what to do. Well, that's definitely one for me. Go first class. That could be one. I can help. Must be sustainable. Express yourself. That's the second one. The mind is a terrible thing to waste. I think I'll choose don't tell me what to do. Express yourself. And go first class. Or I guess that one. Question 6 of 10, I think. I have or once dreamt about pursuing a career as a pro athlete, a life as a rock star outlaw, definitely a rock star, a life as activist or philanthropist, a life of acting, writing, something creative arts, yes, spiritual mystical practice, master's degree, a family life. So I'll choose a life as a rock star or outlaw, a life as an activist or philanthropist, and a life of acting, writing, or something in the creative arts. I think there's only 3 questions left. When making decisions, I am very analytical, base them on how others perceive me, do what's best for my status, think about what will give me a competitive edge, go with my feelings or intuition, yes, that's one of them. I'm not afraid to be totally defiant, that's 2. Refuse to compromise creativity, that's possibly 1. Think about everyone else first, think about the impact on the world and others, and mediate or pray. I say go with my gut feelings or intuition, I'm not afraid to be totally defiant, or think about the impact the world has on others. Question 8 says, what is your deepest fear? That I lose my ability to think out of the box. I look like every other guy out there. I lose my influence and control. That I am take fun too far. I'm not living higher purpose. That's one of them. Lose my inspiration to create would be one. I'm not the smartest person in the room. My body's going to give out. The other side wins, and the cause I'm fighting for loses. That's third. Okay. So that's all the questions. And so it turns out that it says it says meet your archetype. My archetype is 38% creative, 26% advocate, and 16% rebel. It says I'm 38% creative. When you have an artistic soul, you love taking photos of quirky things, making up songs on the spot, and jamming with friends in a garage band. 26% advocate says advocates are people who see themselves as defenders of the world. That's definitely me too. 16% rebel says a rebel is someone who knows what he wants and how he wants to do it, and it's never the way it's supposed to be done. Yes, that would be me. So apparently, if you go to the site's called archetype.me, I think it's called. It doesn't really show me archetypeme.com. And so apparently you can go there and get your own, archetype. And so that's what mine was. And then it suggests, what does it do? It suggests your own website tailored to your own personality. That's kind of cool. So create your free account. So I'm going to do that real quick. I'm going to create my account. Sign up with Facebook. Perfect. Okay. All right. And then it takes you to your account. It says log in using Facebook. Okay. I just did that, I thought. That login Facebook thing, sometimes it doesn't work on some sites, Well, I clicked it again, and it's not working. So that was stupid. I already did this, you bitches. Oh my God. So I clicked it and it took me back. It said, do you want to create an account? Here's the questionnaire or whatever. Fuck you. I already did this. This is what pisses me off about the internet. Anyway, so I don't know. Anyway, that was interesting. So next, so now we're going to stumble upon again and see what comes up. Stumble. Well, first let me put a plus on. Okay, stumble. Next place it takes me to is some kind of video. I'm not interested in all. Okay, next. Stumble. Oh, some kind of sports thing. Not interested. The next one's really cool. Oh, wow. It's called... What is this called? Oh, the Bonneville Salt Flats at night. It's in the desert or whatever. The Bonneville Salt Flats. I think they're in the dead... what's the desert called? The... what's it called? Death Valley. I think it's in Death Valley. That's kind of cool, I guess. Next, boring. Maybe this wasn't such a great idea for a show, but I'm going to go see it through anyway. Ultimate Tic-Tac-Toe. No, thank you. Next. This is interesting. 18 Rules of Living by the Dalai Lama. It says, take into account that great love and great achievements involve great risk. That's very true. Because you don't, I've always said no guts, no glory. That's sort of one of the rules I live my life by. Not to live in fear. And to have a great love, you have to actually risk, your vulnerability. And the same with achievements. You have to risk failing. So that's true. It says, number 2, when you lose, don't lose the lesson. That's good too. So when you lose something, when you lose a game or you lose against someone else in business or in life in general, don't lose what the lesson in the whole matter was. Like, don't forget that there's a lesson in everything and that everything we do has purpose and meaning. And so when you lose and you fail at something, there's a lesson to be learned so that you won't make that mistake again, right? So I think that that's true too. So anyway, number 3, follow the 3 R's: respect for self, respect for others, responsibility for all your actions. Yes, that's good too. Number 4, remember that not getting what you want is sometimes a wonderful stroke of luck. That's true too. Sometimes you think you know what you want, and you go after what you want, and you want it more than anything in the world, and then you fail to get it or achieve it somehow, and then actually it turns out that it was a positive thing that you didn't get what you wanted because something else better was waiting around the corner. That's true too. Number 5, learn the rules so you know how to break them properly. I agree with that for sure. I mean, I think rules are meant to be broken. I think that there are certain rules of society, like don't kill each other and don't steal or whatever.